or excuse me,
Whoa,
Paul Menard.
he's had a lot of. That's a serious damage right there.
I think that's clipping the tires in turn 11.
Yep.
That's about the only place on the track where I could think you could gain some blue paint.
Oh yeah, right there.
Boom.
Bam.
And I'll be honest, typically that tire, I think he wanted to move it in. Typically those tires are moved in a little bit further.
Closest cup race to his home. Had an issue in opening practice.
No, he got a new crew chief this week. We
You can see Mark Truex Jr. accelerates off of turn 7. And Bubba right here just looks like he really lifts or checks up a little bit. And I don't think Mark Truex expected that.
What the hell he's doing? Just gonna go and then he just let off the gas for no reason.
Well, now Martin's car is pretty damaged on the front end.
Yeah, and he's pretty disgusted. You see a lot of
to the
damage.
front.
Riley Herbst is going around.
Can he avoid the contact? I think he is indeed going to just get around and still keep it all in one piece. I don't think anyone actually made contact with him. A lot of room to move.
You see him drive underneath the 28. Didn't quite have enough room. Got his left sides on the rumble strips down there. I think it got the rear end up bouncing a little bit, and around he went. What a great job by those cars behind him. Look at Harrison Burton narrowly avoiding disaster.
Yeah, the 41 of Zane Smith narrowly missed him as well. And of course, Smith, three-time winner this season. Last thing he wants to do is get it damaged early on with his chances to win.
See, Riley thought he had a full lane width down there below the 28 of Creed, but when Creed got back in the throttle, he actually turned a little bit to diamond the racetrack a little bit to come off a little bit lower.
Back at Gateway and under caution for the second time tonight. This time it's the 78 of Max Tolman, who has gone around and suffered some pretty significant damage there on the right front.
This year is his best. But knocking on the door, Vince, this is another young man. I think that's he's going to victory lane. Caution is out on the racetrack now.
And
Natalie
issue
Decker
there for Natalie Decker in that 25 machine, and she's got some heavy right side damage.
Right front. Let's take a look as she drives down to turn 1. Just got a little bit loose getting down in the corner. Gustine, great battle for the 3rd spot. Ooh.
Oh, contact.
Looks like Zane got into the outside wall. There may have been contact.
And that caution is out, and significant damage for the 3-time winner, Zane Smith. And Gustine Smith gets a little bit loose. They cut a tire down, maybe that right front.
I think he just got a little bit loose there, Vince. It didn't look like there was that much contact that caused him to get loose. Zane just got a little bit loose. Right there, he gets a little bit loose.
Yep.
And just ran out of room, Vince.
I think you're right. I don't think he had cut a tire down at all. Nope.
And now, for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome Brigadier General Brian McDaniel.
Drivers, start your engines!
Get the truck loose, and then you get a little air off, and it makes it really bad. I think Todd's got a big problem.
And there is Dalton Sargent. More issues for the 25.
See, the left front is down. I wonder if that was from that contact with Todd Gillen. That's who he made contact with that we showed it on replay.
Now watch after.
Yeah, that left front is already flat. He realizes it when he gets down in the corner, turns the steering wheel to try to come around the corner, and the truck wouldn't
just
turn.
above the left front tire after this contact here.
Yeah, pretty good body slam right there from Gillen into Sargent.
And that crease just above that left front is what created the rub, and then eventually that left front blown out. And then that.
Yeah, just along for the ride at that point. He got down in the corner. That tire went down. Absolutely nothing. Dalton.
Every little bit they can during those. Oh, and Eckes is around. I think Friesen got into the back of Christian Eckes, and there's some significant damage on the back end of that 46. And watch it. There he is right in front of you. And yeah, the 52 of Friesen just got into the left rear of Eckes and spun him around.
Yeah, he got loose getting down in the corner. You're going to see it right here. He gets loose, has to chase it up the hill. Christian absolutely did nothing wrong, was in the right position. Just a tough race.
Get around it.
These guys have been
got a
battling.
run going now.
Got a great run going right.
Gets into him.
He didn't mean to do that, I don't think. I think it looked like Stewart came down the racetrack just a touch.
Just a little.
Up off the corner, but tough break for Stewart Friesen. Nobody wanted to see that.
Well, Friesen did something very similar to Christian Eckes. Got in the back end of Eckes and ended Eckes' night. And now Johnny Sauter has gotten into the back of Friesen.
No, can't really see anything from that view.
From that angle, it sure didn't look like he came down the hill at all.
No. That's Johnny. Stewart didn't go all the way up to the wall. I think that was probably.
That's what I think I saw initially, that he wasn't all the way up against the wall, but he definitely did not come down and turn into Johnny.
Looking back at it from Todd Gilliland's on board.
I think Johnny had such a run going that he was not going to back out of that throttle, and his truck just started taking off pushing once he got up under there.
98 of Grant Enfinger in the same predicament. Last time down pit road, they had lugs fall off of the left rear lug nut. Actually fall off. The 98 had to turn around, back up. Got a truck in the wall, but 98 has also been struggling on pit road. Caution is out again.
And that is Justin Fontaine, and not only has Fontaine gone, but he's collected the 20 of Tate Fogelman.
Yeah, I think it looked like he blew an engine or blew something happened to his engine getting down in turn number 1. You see him moving around. The fluid, the caution was out for the fluid, but I think it got under the rear tires of Justin Fontaine, and I don't think Tate Fogelman had absolutely. I think he got in the fluid, and nothing he could do about it.
Yep.
Oh, without a doubt. And you see Todd immediately move over to the inside of the racetrack.
Oh, look at all that fluid going down on the track. Justin Fontaine had no hope.
You can see that was Austin Hill also in the 0-2 getting that fluid as well.
So John Hunter Nemechek, who was running second at the time, engine expires, fluid on the track. Fontaine gets into it, loses control in that 45, and the 20 of Tate Fogelman hard into that driver's side area of Justin Fontaine. Boy, that was a big hit.
A hard hit.
Yeah, thank goodness for the rules and the safety regulations that NASCAR implements for these vehicles. Like right now, Brett Moffitt wants to get that 41 of Ben Rhodes up. Ooh, they get together. Brett is around.
And Rhodes into the wall as well, but Moffitt certainly getting the worst of it.
Yeah, I think Ben started turning off in the corner, and Brett was still going straight, and he turned down into Brett's right front, which turned the front of Brett's car down, or truck down, and it just turned him sideways.
Yeah, I think they were fighting for real estate for sure. Yeah. Nobody wanted to be up in the slippery stuff, because it's still slippery up there, it looks like. I thought Brett was going to be able to save it there for a moment.
Oh, Sauter got a little bump from the back end as Moffitt now is going to go around. The green stays out. You'd have to get ultra aggressive to win the race. And he executed the restart perfectly. And Justin Haley, for the first time in his career, is a Truck Series winner. He does it at Gateway.
Later today, and something went bad wrong.
Oh,
right
yeah,
there.
Oh, man, a lot of oil coming out of that car. That's an oil fire, and that's putting down fluid everywhere.
Well, we call that the money shift. You're trying to go from second to third, and you get first and set.
I think that tells you, his tone tells you how important. As we see, Bubba Wallace goes around in turn 11.
Mike, I think that what made it so tough for AJ.
11.
Yeah, he's trying to make a pass. I'm pretty sure that was probably a wheel hop. Got in the braking zone, got on those brakes, and those rear tires started chattering. Maybe even tried to do the downshift, and around it went.
Bubba's had a tough week, boys.
But he kept it out of the fence, so
Yep.
no harm, no foul, and no caution.
Back running 34th of 38. Rounding turn 11. And headed for home for Barney Visser and Furniture Row Racing, Martin Truex scores his 18th career NASCAR Cup victory.
Awesome. Congratulations, brother. Hell of a job.